But Plato warns about this in the Republic. Your comfort zones have a way of being caves of shadows, where the things that you see, the things that you think are the real, are merely shadows of the real. And we have a way of putting ourselves in these particular caves. Even when we think we exit a cave, like I'm sure all of us have had a revelation of realizing we've been fooled, and then we escape that cave. We are just as susceptible to fall into another cave just because of how jaded we are that we got fooled in the first one. So it's like there is this aspect of the answers that you seek are in the places you've been hiding them away, because that's where they would be. Of course that's where they'd be. Hello everyone, and welcome to HD Philosophy Plays Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. The last time you folks joined me was the fall of the hero, with a lot of themes and philosophical reasoning that comes from the fall of the ideal. I mean, this has been a common theme in philosophy from as far back as Plato, discussing like what happens when we lose the ideal, when we lose that aim. Do we have an aim? Are we aimless with no North Star and things like that? Like Nietzsche, who is considered one of the premier critiquers of Christian ethics, he even said in his discussion of the madman that who will wash away our sins now? It wasn't that somebody who is atheist couldn't be a good person. It was just, for Nietzsche, it was almost like there was no logical reason. Now, Nietzsche did go on to say, you should will your own will. You should have your own will to power. But there's a lot of philosophers who look at that and say, that's with the impression that you can make your own values. And we're not so sure that's possible right there. Anyway, we can discuss the lamenting of the hero and just how far one falls from on high. But there are a lot of other themes going on here as well. There are Tower of Babel themes on what happens when somebody tries to build their bridge to the gods. If you think about the way Shinra was trying to find their way to the promised land, a Shinra company, which is like the theme of capitalism, where they grow so powerful, the next step is the next plateau, or the next plateau. And that plateau being like the ethereal plateau. Now they're trying to build their own bridge to the gods themselves. So anyway, a lot of fun here, but let's go to it. Let's get to it and see where we go from now. It was absolutely amazing watching the fall, but yeah, here we are. Let's continue the story. Bring this desktop up. There we go. Yes. Fall of a hero. All right. So, last we saw, Tifa was telling Aerith Cloud wasn't there, which we know. But,
sorry, did I wake you?
Here we go. Well, her mouth wasn't moving.
What's going on?
Oh, it's nothing, really. There's just something I need to ask you. So, can we talk?
Sure.
Great, but not here. Follow me.
I'm thinking the breaking of destiny, through the Whisperers, allowed the creators to give us a brand new story within the realm of a remake.
You know that I killed her. So, who is she? Or rather, what is she?
Imagine if your doubts came in a material form, If the doubts of your own consciousness, the doubting of your own abilities. Imagine what would happen if that actually took a primal form and spoke to you. I mean, it'd be much more difficult to ignore, right? God, this game is beautiful. Look at this. For the
Do you
record, I was
think
much more of a
Midgar's
Tifa
over
one than an
there?
Aerith one. I was much more for Tifa than I was for
Anyway.
There's
Aerith.
something I need to ask you too.
Shoot.
Go for it, man.
That night, 5 years ago, at the reactor, I saw you lying there. Saw your wound and all the blood. I figured it was too late.
Yeah? Wait, what are you implying? That I died? That I'm some kind of imposter? Can't believe I'm having this conversation with you, but here we are.
I really hope they get into their
Here,
childhood more.
Look. My scar. That proof enough? After you left, Zangan found me. He's the one who brought me to the clinic. He risked his life carrying me out of the reactor and down the river. Wasn't just him, though. There's the doctor who operated on me all night, and the nurses who looked after me for days on end. I'm here now because they were there for me then. And where were you again? In fact, where have you been this whole time? For 5 years.
You know I can't tell you that.
Of course you can't. Sorry, I just need some space.
Cloud is like the full-on fake it till you make it kind of guy, right? Like if you believe you can do it, you can do it. I mean, there's a lot to be said about that. I mean, in all honesty, when you start a new job, do you really deserve to be there? I mean, we're all kind of imposters when we first start a job. So you have to fake it till you gather enough gather enough expertise to be welcomed in that kind of title right there.
I thought we could just pick up where we left off, like nothing had changed. But I guess
Has that
I was
ever
wrong.
worked?
Guess so.
It's like couples who
I
go
was
on
so happy to
vacation.
see you again, but maybe I shouldn't have been.
Aw, that's I wouldn't say resentment. That's an eye for an eye right there. Guess I should have been happy. Yeah, but it's like couples who go on vacation expecting their troubles not to follow them. Yeah, because you folks weren't great communicators in the beginning. You're suddenly great communicators when you're on vacation. Not quite. And in this regard, I've been married for 20 years. In fact, this year makes my 20th anniversary of being married. So in this regard, I might have some kind of expertise. I mean, not expertise, but some kind of information.
We have enough problems as it is. Copy?
He's not wrong there. But then when is a good time?
Night.
How about you deal with the problems as they come, along with
Tomorrow
trying to
is
keep
another day.
the big problems in the background, you know? You let them fester, they never go away. Never meet your heroes indeed. All right, here we go. A new journey begins. In more ways than one, we destroyed the destiny, so this could go anywhere. Are they going to pull the trigger like they did in the first, in the 1979, 1997, I believe? 97 this came out? I'll have to double check afterwards, but I'm not going to do the research right here while I'm playing the game with you folks.
What's this?
A gift from our humble establishment. Though it may not look like much, it should help you to break the ice with those you meet.
Queen's blood?
Oh, we have a side game. All right. Queen's Blood. Well, who was talking, though? Was the box talking? Or... All right, let's learn how to play Queen's Blood, everyone. All right. Each player takes turns placing a card on the board in one of the 3 lanes that span from left to right. All right. First, try to place a card on one of the highlighted tiles adorned with the emerald pawn. All right. I'm guessing that's my side and that's their side, so it's like chess meets that. Oh, was that other game? Everybody knows what I'm talking about with that, right? You Final Fantasy people. Well, if I'm over there, it's about the Riot Trooper, right? No? No? The lie thing? Oh, wait. Okay. Once a card is placed, its power is added to the lane total. New positions will also be added to the board, which are tiles with emerald pawns upon which you can place cards. Okay. The yellow number in the top right corner is its power, while the positions a card will add to the board are indicated by the yellow squares in the graph. Okay. It's like Go meets chess. Next, place a card so that one of its yellow tiles overlap with one of your existing positions. All right. That'll add to that power of there and there, right? When one of your card's position tiles overlaps with the position you control, the position rises in rank, and there are 2 pawns on that tile now. That position is rank 2. Cards can only be placed on positions equal to or higher than their rank. Okay, which is denoted by the number of pawns, basically, in the top left corner of the card. Thus, in order to play more powerful cards, you will have to raise the rank of your position. Okay. So that's why I did that. So it's 2 now. Okay. Okay. Now you have a rank 2 position. Try playing your rank 2 card on top of it. I have 2. I have this one and this one. Obviously, I wouldn't want this one here because it will go off of the board. But I do have this here, so... Oh, rank 3, though? How is that rank 3? Because that's rank 2 right there. When one of your card's positions overlaps with one of the opponents, you claim that position as yours. Note, however, that claiming a position will not raise its rank, okay? You can keep track of who is winning in the lane by looking at the points total on each side of the board. The numbers on the left represent your power, while the ones on the right represent your opponents. Okay. You may notice that some of the cards have tiles with red borders. Yes. Let's see. These are the tiles that are affected by the card's ability. Place cards effectively to make the most of their abilities and amass more power in more lanes than your opponent. In the event you cannot place a card, you can pass with triangle when both pass. Okay. So I'm winning top lane right now. Nobody's in bottom lane. Okay. Raise the power of all allied cards on affected title by 2 while cards are in play. That will raise this rank right here, allowing me to place a stronger one here. So, boom. That'll add that. Okay. Yeah, see, that's why they have 5 now. I like the idea of placing this guy here, but it looks like I'm going to win this one already. Well, let's place you here, adding more to that one right there. I've won that. I've sealed that one already. Okay, now I just need to sweep this bottom one. Holy, wow. Raise the power of all allied cards on affected tiles by 2 while a card is in play. Oh, I see. That's a 1. It's the pawn over here. So yeah, this one's 3. And I can put him here because that pawn's 3. Raising those 2. Okay. So that's a 1 plus 2. I feel like I'm going to lose the bottom row already. The top row I've already secured, so it doesn't make sense to go any farther there. Let's put this here. So I got that and then plus 2. Won't be a total victory. Unless... Oh, how did he steal that position right there? I mean, he could place one right there and, like, steal it right now. Yeah, that's 8. Shucks. Wait, I can place something now, all of a sudden? No, I can't play any cards. Yeah, so he wins. I didn't realize he'd be able to steal that middle ground. Okay, wait, let's try this again. I don't know how he stole the middle ground, though. Yeah. So he places... Alright. Yeah. Gets my 2 there. So I can actually use that, yeah. I wonder if it just goes back and forth like that. Alright. Okay, he's going to play that. I'm going to take that position immediately then. Yeah. Wait, I have a 2 there? Let's get you there. Okay. Nice. Raise the power of all icons on affected title by 2. Yeah. Take the middle. I'll add 1 to that, 1 to that. No abilities. So now I took that position. Yeah. So they can't. Okay, I get it. if I add one to there, then I can put this 2 on there. Man, it's almost like a race to the middle. Yeah. Okay. Cute. New Queensborough players.
Of course, this is only the most recent in a series of crises. Multiple reactor bombings, followed by the fall of the sector.
I need to keep this place looking spick and span. Don't want to let Broden down. Especially after he insisted I focus
Good morning, sir. I must apologize for not introducing myself to you earlier. I'm Broden, the owner of this inn. Your companions have all stepped out. Oh, but Barrett left a message he wanted me to pass along to you. You missed roll call, soldier boy. Luckily, you're on leave for the day. Don't waste it, though. Get your equipment checked ASAP. Sound advice? Perhaps a trip to the arms dealer is in order?
Good idea.
By the way, Cloud, do you have any folios on you?
Yeah.
In that case, you might also want to pay a visit to Magnata Books. They have stores all over, but the first official one was built here in Calm, and their resident scholars are remarkably talented. If you want to unlock the true potential of your folios, you should go see them. The first customization is always free.
The folios, huh? Alright. I should check my equipment. Materia and equipment. None of that downloaded stuff. No, it looks like everybody's accounted for. How's my materia? The Chocobo materia? Where's my other materia? I thought I got the DLC stuff. Card deck, sim spells, battle settings. I guess not. Yes, I did. So I got Leviathan and Ramu. I didn't get anything else from my... So all the way back to level 15. It can't be what I was when I left the other one, right? HP? Yeah. And who are we going with? Tifa? All of that accounted for. But let's give her the Leviathan. Aerith all the way over there. And what does she have? Shiva. You can keep Shiva. Alright. I don't know what folios are. Maybe I missed it.
Finally. Rough day yesterday, huh? You've been waiting for me? I've been waiting for a chance to thank you properly. Without your help, I'd still be in Hojo's clutches, trapped in that lab. Was nothing. Even so, I owe you a debt. Until it's paid, I'm going to accompany you.
Officially. Red 13. Still almost say Red X every time.
Oh, if you're getting your equipment checked, have them check mine while you're at it.
No problem, man.
Sure thing.
I do like red.
The Rook's got a backbone.
I would definitely have red on my team. Overcoming challenges, help people in need, explore the world, deepen your party's bonds, therefore increasing your party level. Higher this level, the more skills and abilities unfold. Oof, this is going to be a long game, as we expected, right? Okay, let's figure out red stuff. Okay, he's got nothing here. How's our materia? Again, all set. He came with one too? Ifrit, huh? Alright. Alright, let's play a game. Get an idea of how to play a non-tutorial.
What do you want? Don't scare me like that! You don't want to play Queen's Blood, do you? I was hoping that... Oh, God, this is... Don't give me that look! It's perfectly healthy for... Because the more...
Oh my god. I cannot lose to this guy. This guy's sitting here, like, crying. Yeah, let's, sure. Alright, here we go. Still don't understand. Stick the moons in which to mulligan, huh? Nah, this is good. Alright. That one, the elephant's gonna have to be like way far down. I can actually play a 2 already, which makes me want to play you. Wants to take that corner. That's interesting. It's one step away. The Queen's Bee. That's a terrible card. Unless I'm missing something, that is a horrible card right there. I can place a 2 already down here, but do I want to, you know? Take that. Right. Here's another 2. Oh, geez. So I guess I'll place that there then. And give it that, since I was going to use that for the middle anyway. Oh, he is running to the middle. Well, that's a strong one right there. Boom. Now here's the thing. I have a 2 right there. Can he take it? Oh, the flying is strong. It gave him a 4 right from the beginning. A 3. Well, that's not going to happen right now. I need something to... Yeah, that. I'll take that. Bring the 2 right there. Okay. Sealing that, I guess. 3. Too bad I can't hit that corner up there. This is so weird, like... It's like I have to change it over. So, evened there. Still there, though. Still don't understand how one takes over the other spot.
Oh, God! There's nothing like a game of Queen. Speaking of, it's written all over. You really ought to...
Let me try him again.
Oh, no.
Oh my god, this... Can I switch this out? Didn't I get a new one here? Yeah, I'd rather... Okay. Wait, cards owned. Okay. I just put it up here. Delete. Alright, well. Yeah, you, no, then you, in. There. Alright. Because I'm not a fan of that queen, or at least I don't see the reason for it yet. Alright. Mulligan, huh? You. Good to start off. Strong start. Oh, that's what the B would be good for. I could put her here and add another one to the top there. I get it. Plus one to there. It's like the first to that midsection wins. I'll probably play this a lot like outside of here. I won't bore you folks with this over and over again. I just want to kind of get an idea. Did I not receive a card for that? I don't think so. Alright, no grinding allowed, huh? Okay. Alright, so what do we have? This is for... and then this is for... the books. For the foils, yeah. And then this... main scenario. Okay. Let's go check out the foil. Remember in the original Final Fantasy there was a... oh, there's Aaron. There was
decided to get up?
A mistranslation.
Yeah. So what you been doing?
Would I ask like to check the weapon, you weren't allowed to or something.
You have?
Got business with the bookstore? If so, I won't keep you. But if you're free afterwards, wanna climb the clock tower together?
Sure.
Sure. Let's.
For real? Awesome! Since it was my idea, I'll go get the tickets. I'll meet you in front of the tower.
Oh, come on,
okay?
Cloud. Don't be a bum. Give her pay the bill. Pay it. Affect his relationship. To view the comrade's feelings towards you. Okay. Yes, I am a pay on the first date kind of person.
Oh, I take it this is your first visit to one of our stores. Well, customization can seem tricky to the uninitiated. It takes time and experience to get it right. But I think you'll pick it up quick enough. Let's give it a try.
Man, all these side quests I'm going to have to do like outside. So, spend skill points on Magnata's books, locations, and automats to augment your party's folios, thus unlocking powers latent to your allies. Interesting. Customize folios. Unlock skill cores in a character's folio, increases their stats, or teaches them new abilities, including synergies. Okay. This is interesting. So Cloud's folio. Wow. Final Fantasy X thing, eh? Okay. Orange skill cores can be unlocked by spending skill points, obviously. Move the cursor over the skill core to see what it does. For now, to the upper left. All right. Firework Blade. Aerith magic. All right. Unlocking Aerith and I first. So obviously she's going into the... She is going into the team. Okay. This is cool.
And that's about all we can do for now.
Okay.
But we haven't even skimmed the surface, believe you me. There's much more to this than meets the eye. May not
I just
seem
got
like it yet. but you'll
chills.
see.
Wow. Okay. I mean, you are writing your book, right? What is the quote? Man usually expects their life to be a single chapter, but ends up becoming a novel. It's like what you want is not always what happens. Ouch. Well done. Not like beauty. I was just well done. The work. Like some of them are so stiff. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, that's awesome. See him, he's kind of like washed over. There's not a lot of detail. But as I was passing this like random one right there, I was like, geez.
I finally got my hands on the new issue of Mysteric. Pretty cool, isn't it?
Mysteric. About Loveless. For those Crisis Core people out there. But yeah, I mean, why wouldn't it be a book, right? Like a biography. There's the same one again. All right. That's why they can really work on the detail, because they'll keep reusing them. I'm hip to your game.
To my humble shop.
Oh, they have cards too. Uh-huh. It's a booster pack. Oh yeah, we're buying cards. That's the kind of gamer we are right there. We buy cards. Okay. We're gonna need some antidotes. How's our materia? We have all of them but steel, so let's get a steel. And that's good. All right. We know who we're putting steel on. The same one we eventually want Mug to be on. Oh, wrong button. Good old Tifa. Chakra. Uh-huh. Where's our party again? Combat settings. Obviously you're leader, but how do we move people around? Oh, while on ground, L1. Okay, so here, that's our quick. Man, like relearning the combat might take some time too. Sorry, all. I'm not the best gamer. I remember when I played the first game, getting used to the battle system. Oh man, I was getting my clock cleaned. Most definitely. It's like I know there's an aspect to the game where there's like an inherent weight system. But I ended up playing it like almost like a Devil May Cry type of thing instead of a weight system. Alright, weapons, although I spent a lot of my money already.
Damn.
That is quite the weapon you got there, mister. Seen plenty of action by the look of it. But saying that, it's still only a shadow of what it could be. With a little love, that baby'll sing. If you like, I could show you.
Adjust your weapon skills via upgrade weapons, raising your character's weapon. Yeah. I mean, we know we'll try to play the Buster Sword as long as possible, but, you know. Won't be able to take it all the way. Alright, let's go to Cloud's Buster Sword. Okay. Okay. The nodes, which can equip skills, are displayed here. Okay, let's check out the nodes. Ooh, ability damage or max HP, huh? You want me to go to ability damage? Okay. Okay. I would have gone with the max HP, I'm not gonna lie. For Cloud, let's focus on attack.
See? What'd I tell you? That girl is singing, and she's got the voice of an angel. Just make sure you take proper care of her, all right? Oh, and while you're here, check out what we got to offer.
More weapons for you to buy. Even though that baby sings. Oh, wow, that's a good weapon. Definitely not enough money, especially for given what I've spent already. I think there was one person. Yeah, but I don't have the money. Shucks. Okay.
You take care of that weapon now.
Yep. Each weapon comes with a distinct ability which can use when it's equipped. Using the ability repeatedly or meeting its proficiency conditions will increase your proficiency. Bonus conditions will increase your proficiency. Max out this proficiency. Okay. Go to the clock tower when you are ready. I cannot leave Aerith hanging. Let's prioritize attack for you. Let's prioritize defense for you. Let's prioritize balanced for you. Nah. Attack for you. Defense for you. And let's give Red 13 a balanced approach. Alright. A date with Aerith. Okay, there's the clock tower. Good. Now, where are these card players? Because I don't want to leave calm before I play all three of them. I saw that mini mission. Man, it's not let her wait. Or keep her waiting. I don't know, I can't help it. It's somebody else's woman, though, you know? Like, I want to be nice, but she is somebody else's girl right
over
now.
Here.
And Zach said that you will be my memory, not you can go be with my girl. Code,
Let's get started,
bro
then,
code.
shall we?
All right, let's go check out the clock tower. She does have the effect of taking the time to enjoy, you know?
I think Midgar's this away.
Should be, yeah.
Always looking back.
Funny, isn't it? How small it looks.
It is far away.
So, did something happen between you and Tifa? Don't look so shocked.
She has those
We're
Mako
roommates,
eyes,
you know?
too.
She say something?
Not about you two, no. Still, I can tell. I would have given anything to have a friend when I was growing up. Don't take her for granted.
That's funny. That is the one thing I told my kids too. Because I was in the military, so I was a military brat, so I was a kid in the military when my father was, a mechanic. And we moved all over the place. And the one thing I could give my kids was stability, for them to be able to be raised with friends. It was something I never had, but I wanted to make sure they had. Friends they've known and grown up with. Well, so much for playing the 3, though. I should have followed my instincts there.
You know the drill. Fight these terrorists.
Kicking myself for that.
They're looking for us, aren't they?
Yeah.
Gotta be.
Here we go. Wonder if they'll still want to play Queen's Blood. Probably not. And there's a bunch of people around us, but how about a quick game?
There you are. There isn't much time. We need to get back to the inn.
But
Don't worry about your friends. They're safe. Trust me. No violence, please. This town suffered enough.
Smart. Now, you want to fight, but you got other people to worry about now.
Follow me.
Warfare, urban warfare. Or urban combat, right?
Not here. Well, we know
We'll take them out.
Hey, you. Seen anyone empty switches?
Densely populated areas, you know? You don't enter into those kind of conflicts.
I heard about the reactor bombings in Midgard.
What is it? Rashly.
It's okay. I'm on your side. Got a contact at HQ.
You're with Avalanche?
Not exactly.
Wait. I know I have to follow, but... Nah! Okay. I saw...
Stop.
I saw the card player.
While we're talking, you two go up and over. May I ask what's going on?
We're searching for some fugitives. Have you seen anyone?
You're sneaking, but there's helicopters, like, literally right above us, man.
Oh, perhaps it was just my imagination. Or was it?
Oh, for the love of... Get out of here.
Wait. I know I saw some people who had a fugitive air about them. If only I could remember their faces.
I know he's someone else. Stop wasting our time.
And don't look at the birds. Don't look at the birds, man. Okay, is Aerith with me? Yeah, okay. Well done. Oh, back over here.
Turn up yet? No, but we're still searching buildings. We'll search harder. We gotta find them.
Do it better. Search better. There we go.
Went well. The inn's not much further. But stay on your toes.
Help from a local. Means a lot where I come from. If a local tells you not to go in this particular place,
where are they?
you should probably listen.
Down below, waiting for you.
When I was younger, we knew
People
the...
in the basement will take you outside of town. Leave now, and they won't catch you.
I don't want to leave. We knew, for example, when it's raining up the mountain, stay out of the river.
Farm out there.
how many people we'd have to tell, like for boiling pots, for example. Now, it's a beautiful place, but don't go there when it's raining up the mountain. One of those instances you should listen to the locals.
It's a transmuter. It converts raw materials into more practical items. A Republic antique, but it still works.
Interesting.
You'll get more use out of it than me.
Transmutation. We're alchemists now. Instrucolinus Inventor.
Could have just turned us in.
In filth, there's the answers. You want to talk about a heavy responsibility.
But this town
That's
and
why.
I have a history with Shinra. Who knows? Maybe this will turn out to be the worst decision I've ever made. So before I change my mind, you better get going.
I actually read in the book Maxim Meaning by Jordan Peterson that Newton was an alchemist. He dabbled in alchemy. Okay, so item transmuter seen in the main menu. You can convert raw materials into practical items, such as consumables, equipment, accessories, and more. To expand your transmutation options, collect transmuter chips found throughout the world, or improve your craftsmanship. Very nice. I can actually transmute something? Sure. Give me a tutorial. Item transmuter. Here we go. Currently transmute items are listed here. In order to get a potion, Sage and Plant's Blessing. Okay. Okay. Craftsman experience allows me to do it. Da, da, da. Okay. It does take 10 and 5, though. Okay. Good to know. So add item transmuters right at the top, eh? Okay. All right. I have to come back to calm. See, the thing about missing this, it's huge because it scaffolds as the levels go, right? And so the cards I could have won by playing them might have been like necessary. But I did buy 2 decks, so hopefully that's good enough.
You made it. All in one piece?
Hey, love. Welcome home.
For the love of... Where the hell have you two been?
Sightseeing.
On a date. Kind of.
What?
Oh, she knows what she's doing.
Well, that was the last one. At least till things calm down.
You don't know what you got till it's gone.
Got that?
Red. Alright, following the group. Yeah, okay, yeah. But yeah, I find it fascinating that Newton, you know, it's a physicist, scientist in his own right, like dabbled into alchemy. I never gave alchemy much thought until I read Jordan Peterson. And then I have 2 colleagues who like Jung.
Looks like a job for me.
I was just discussing today with a friend. They posted a Jungian quote that basically those who look out into the world dream, but those who look inside themselves awaken. And I was like, fascinating. Or as Socrates said, know thyself. That came off really rude. I didn't want it to come off rude. I really didn't mean for it to come off rude. I was just like, I heard that, and I just heard Socrates, know thyself. But as an olive branch, which just so happened to be true, all my love of Plato, all of my love of Socrates, all of my experience in Greek philosophy, continental philosophy, Eastern philosophy, the one that put the heaviest burden on me was Carl Jung. Because Carl Jung basically tells you to seek out that which you avoid, you know? And it was like, now I try to live my life where if I get to a point where where I notice I'm avoiding something, I try to go headlong into it, you know? to best sum this up, another Jordan Peterson quote from Maps of Meaning. I'm a big fan of his. I read his entire textbook, Maps of Meaning, all the way through. And one thing he said in there was, when you run away, you tell the ambivalent world what you're afraid of. Now think about what that means right there. It's like the world does not give a shit about you. Like nature doesn't give a shit about you until you run away from something. It's almost like a shark that gets a scent of blood, you know? It's like then you tell the world what you fear. And it's almost like you are asking the world to find your weaknesses and attack you in this specific way, you know? So it's like, it's a combination of obviously that Jordan Peterson quote, but he was talking about Carl Jung. He was talking about synthesizing the shadow that exists in you. The things that you avoid are in the places that the answers that you seek are always in the places that you avoid. One of the most phenomenal examples he gives is actually from one of my favorite books, because I was huge into King Arthur when I was a kid. When the Knights of the Round Table finish, when King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table were going to disperse and find I was going to say the Golden Goblet, but it's not the goblet. It's the Holy Grail. When each knight was tasked with finding the Holy Grail as they left Camelot, they didn't know where to start. So what they did is they exited Camelot and they looked at the dense forest that surrounded Camelot, and each one started the journey at the forest entrance that looked darkest to them. So basically they started with the thing that I'm scared of the most. That's where I'm going to go right there. You see? And it's like, the shouldering of responsibility that comes with this quote is absurd. I want to say phenomenal, but it's absurd. It feels like Sisyphus, where you're moving this boulder up the mountain, you know? And it's like, it's such a heavy burden, but it's where learning comes from. And, you know, I'm going to go to me. I'll be honest. So, like, my family and I, we had a falling out long ago. I won't go too deep into it, but basically, I wanted to raise my kids my way, and I didn't want them to feel the pressure of judgment for being a particular type of individual. I'll leave it like that because I don't want to alienate them even further. But nowadays, with that quote and with that understanding, me trying to be a better person means I need to face the things that I've been avoiding my entire life, you know? So I'm reaching out to them now, or not really reaching out. I'm not putting up more barriers now, you know? And I'm seeing what comes of it. So I've been going to the places that I feared to go the most. And I've been reaching out to new avenues, because if you think about it, that's where growth happens. You know, we all like to put our comfort zones, but Plato warns about this in the Republic. Your comfort zones have a way of being caves of shadows, where the things that you see, the things that you think are the real, are merely shadows of the real. And we have a way of putting ourselves in these particular caves. Even when we think we exit a cave, like I'm sure all of us have had a revelation of realizing we've been fooled, and then we escape that cave. We are just as susceptible to fall into another cave just because of how jaded we are that we got fooled in the first one. So it's like there is this aspect of the answers that you seek are in the places you've been hiding them away, you know, because that's where they would be. Of course, that's where they'd be. And it comes from this idea of this alchemic kind of this alchemic philosophy of like even the decay matter, even the waste. It is in there that you can find answers. It's like turning crap to gold. Inster Quilinis Invenitur. In waste there will be answers. And the foundation of alchemy is being able to turn the material, the finite material into gold, you know? And so it's like I've always been fascinated with that aspect of alchemy, not the mystical aspect. Although I guess some would argue the psychological application of alchemy is a mystic idea, because mysticism is often associated with revelation. And I do think like moral knowledge is revelatory in nature, you know. Maybe I probably won't go further into that. Basically, where that comes from is this great biblical story of Moses and the fire and the sacred fire. It's like it's so amazing how Plato's cave and Moses and the sacred flame run hand in hand, where it's like for Plato, the shackles needed to become loose off the neck in order for them to see the shadows and leave the cave. But for Plato, it was just like, what if the shackles, you know, become loose? So that instance of learning is usually up for question. But in Moses, in the story of Moses and the sacred flame, Moses is on a road, and then for some reason, Moses leaves the road. And when he leaves the road, and of course the burning bush, right? When Moses leaves the road, he notices a burning bush. Now, a burning bush wasn't a rare event back then. It's very dry. The desert is very dry, you know? And so stuff was engulfed in flames often. And so it wasn't like a super rare event. But for some reason, he drew his eye to it, and then he noticed that while the bush was engulfed in flames, it wasn't burning. Like the bush itself wasn't being consumed by the flame. Like the flame was merely around it. And then God spoke through the flame. So what does that tell you? To bring it around. Instor colinus invenitur. Go in waste there is answers. You have to get off the road first. It's almost like you have to be humble enough to get off the road that you're on. And then the things that you take for granted, the normal everyday occurrences, well, all of a sudden there may be some revelation in these things, you know? If you're walking on the road, you're going to pass by these things because you're just on the road and you're doing your thing, you know? But if you decide to get off the road, it's almost like that humbling nature of learning, you know, something like Rene Descartes would say was kind of essential to knowledge or understanding of knowledge. There needed to be like this feeling element that came with it in order for it to stick. It's like there needs to be a get off the road moment in order for you to see that which you thought was just a normal everyday occurrence might be God speaking through you or speaking through that item or something like that. So it's the Platonic caves. This is where I think the Platonic cave does not do a good job in what undoes the shackle, what loosens the shackle. And it's funny because I ask this about I ask this to my learners, my students, all the time. What does it take for somebody to know they've been fooled? Like, can a person escape the cave solo? You know, in Platonic cave, he's talking about education as such, and he's talking about it to Glaucon. And at the end, he's like, now, when the person comes back down, like they know the cave exists, and they know all these people are being fooled, but if they were to come back in the cave and try to save these individuals, would they be welcomed? And it's like, no, they wouldn't be welcomed, you know? People don't like to be informed that they've been lied to, you see? But if you're going to stay in your mundane world, well, you're not going to find the answers to bring it all the way forward, you know? You have to have the courage to get off the road. You have to have the insight in order to understand or to take the chance to get off the road. So like that responsibility, that alchemic philosophical thought of getting off the road, turning that into gold, turning the material into gold is such a heavy responsibility. But it's like, I'm sick of avoiding these things. And I am an individual of many flaws. And if I want to fix these flaws and be a better individual, a virtuous individual in a very Aristotelian way, a better husband, a better father, a better teacher, a better educator, well, I need to stop avoiding these things because the answers to me being a better individual they're always in the places that I avoid. So even like in daily tasks, for example, when I'm seeking to avoid, I go back and I say no. There was a discussion on Twitter with an individual I'm looking at hiring to put these together, and I was like, I was busy with something else, and then I'm like, wait a minute, am I avoiding this individual? Oh, I may be, because I could be doing this another time. Well, let me discuss with this individual, and we had a fantastic, phenomenal discussion. So anyway, the answers that you seek are in the places you least want to venture. And if you take the Moses and the burning bush discussion, you have to be willing to get off the road in order to find the phenomenal and that which will transcend your character. All right, let's continue. Man, Cloud, could you go slower? I'm all hyped up from philosophical discussion. I need to get in fights now. Here we go. All right. Everybody's waiting for me. I am your fearless leader, you know? Okay, they're going to let me form the party, I'm guessing, because I only have Cloud for now. Hold the square. Boom. Now, I will add, that doesn't mean you can let just people take advantage of you. There are certain cousins that, while I did reach out in the friend request, it's not an individual I'm going to be hanging out with and talking a lot with. There is the give and play of avoidance and allowing a person to just punish you over and over again by being in their lives. You know, that reminds me of the Tony Robbins book, Awaken the Sleeping Giant Within. One of them was like, run away from
everything we've done to it. It's still going strong.
Avoid people who want to seek your destruction as if your life depended on it. Something like that. Oh, it's barely hanging on. Oh, interesting.
Guess I still have a lot to learn.
What do you want to know?
Oh, you're the one to tell her?
For starters, how
Because
do we
Red
cross
X is
these
way
planes?
more wise.
Come on now, that's easy. The same way you get anywhere. Pick a direction and start walking.
I love it.
Left, your left.
That's right.
Left,
Pick a direction and just go. Oh, well.
I guess we won't be coming back anytime soon.
Oh, dig it in even more. Not going to be able to play those two people.
Let's go.
And there it was, the first step on our new journey. You coming?
So excited. I love that.
Of course we are.
Optimism, man.
Follow me.
If you believe in the virtue of your path,
All right, let's get this
you walk a
show
little
on the road,
lighter.
people.
Choosing your party. Well, here we go. Setting your destination. Co-conspirators. All right. Who is where? No, I keep hitting the wrong button. Okay, party. Oh, I do like Red and Aerith here. Not enough spaces. Yeah, just keep them. I know, it's tough. I didn't get to play Red a lot the last time, so... Yeah, transmutation materials. I do believe Jordan Peterson is one of the preeminent philosophers as well of today. Like I really enjoy the meta ethics and epistemology found in his analysis in Maps of Meaning. Like, there's something to be said about learning taking on the way you see the world as a narrative structure. There is something to be said about that, you know? Postmodernism didn't come out of nowhere. It came out of an absolute skepticism on rationality and empiricism alone, you know? The 1940s definitely displayed what happens with pure reason. Like, reason can go wrong, you know? Also, the basic foundations of utilitarianism can also go wrong as well, because if you're going to focus merely on what makes something happy, terrain action, cool. Merely on what makes something happy. Well, what happens when you have an entire nation that is gearing towards destruction of another nation for horrendous reasons? You know, what puts them in check? Well, for utilitarianism, not much. You know, it's like general will is where morality originates. And that's why Kant was so adamant. It's like the only thing that's good without qualification is the goodwill, which is a intention towards the moral duty, towards the moral laws. You know, that's the only thing that's good without qualification. And while that left a lot to be desired, there is something to be said about the limitation of anthropology. You know, our senses, our pleasures, and things like that. You know, it's like, if I add, even above like the pleasures and the senses, go straight to all the virtues, all the Confucian virtues, all of the Greek virtues. If you add an ill intent behind all of them, well, all of a sudden they become malevolent, you know? And so that's what he meant by good without qualification, you know? Can I dive? No. Command menu, no. Going for a swim, everyone. Going for a swim. All right, is this where we're supposed to go? Yeah, okay. Is this like full open world, or? Oh man, this is going to be a lot less interesting. A lot less interesting than Lies of P was. Sorry, y'all. Do my best to fill it with interest, but I'm not going to force the interest. Of course it's going to be what I think of. Okay. Hidden chests among the fields. Does that mean right over here? It kind of looks like the picture you were giving me. Yep, there it is. High potions. High potions already, huh? Hoo-yah! A moo middle. Ah, you know what, Red? You're great, but I do like Tifa more. Wait, how do I switch? That's the party. That was the party. Combat settings, possibly? Edit party, there it is. Alright. Take you, bring you. Alright, there we go. Oh, interesting. Okay. Party 2, bingo. With red. And then defensive party 3. Where I'll do all the attacking and I've got my 2 defensive ones. Watch this work out the best because I set them as 2 defensive options. Yeah. Is Aerith in all of them? Aerith is in all of them. Oh boy. She's my healer. What am I going to do, guys? Or, y'all, sorry. Didn't mean to imply that only men will watch this. Whew. Actually, the majority of my students are female. look at this. It's like you want to just keep exploring, you know? Alright, just had to make sure I did switch it. So that I'm on the gameplay and you folks are just watching me play the game. Watching my face play. Oh, jeez, I couldn't get back up there. Oh, no, there we go. That's going to be interesting, the way that works out. No, I wanted to get up there, so... Okay. Okay, up, up, up. There we go. Now we're going to go over here. So they're definitely giving us the open world again, you know? Somewhat. We still have one place to go. First strike! Okay, so Tifa and I already had one. That's good to know. So Synergy Command is L1. No. That's command shortcodes. So what's the synergy attacks again? Synergy skills is R1. No? That's guard and synergy skills. Well, where's the synergy skills? I thought the... So there, wait, there it was. Okay. No, synergy abilities. Yeah, but...
Holding back.
That's shortcut. Well, so I'll just go to command menu and then synergy, I guess. No? Oh. She needs to have 3? I don't know what that means.
You know what that metal monstrosity is, don't you?
It's a pipeline. Moves Mako pumped in Midgard to the outlying towns and whatever else.
You call it a pipeline, but I call it a funnel. One that drains the planet's lifeblood into Shinra's pockets. Mark my words. I'm gonna put a stop to that.
See, here's the thing, though. They provide power. Can you imagine what your life would be without electricity right now?
There's an idea.
Real genius one.
And unique? Very.
Oh, come on!
Yeah, so the synergy abilities, I'm going to have to look that up.
Let's do this. Keep it together.
Alright.
I'll show you what I can do. You can do it.
She's a lot of fun, though.
All set. Ha! Bring it. Ha! Yeah, there.
Unbridled strength. Boom. Oh, he died? Okay, that's the one. Oh, I keep hitting the same one.
But not my best.
But then it's like, when I'm doing that, it's hard to focus on what like the other people are doing, you know? So I'm gonna have to get good at multitasking, that's for sure. Remember when I called them eco-terrorists? This like deconstructionalism, you know? Like, yeah, some people are very flawed, but there are others who actually just want to do good. You know, not everyone is psychopaths. Oh, it was that great movie, Brendan Fraser in The Whale. He says something that like struck me to my core. People are incapable of not caring. That, wow.
Should we be worried about those things?
We're fine.
How can you be so sure?
Because I've read the field guide. Like any good soldier.
Local wildlife will only attack while on the hunt or in defense of their territory. Fiends, on the other hand, attack without reason.
If they're attacking, what does it matter?
It matters if your nose can discern their intent before they attack, as I gather yours can't.
See, we define evil by their inability to reason. Thank you, Plato. Plato's tripartite soul. Although if you read Joel Pearson, the reasons for your actions come after you've decided on what to do. That throws a big wrench, threw a big wrench into my studies of morality, that's for sure. So what Joel Pearson found was that the sensors in your brain that are responsible for action can be mapped out, just like the parts of your brain that are responsible for rationality and can be mapped out. And what they found is the lighting up of the action happened, and then the lighting up of the reason happened. So it was like they acted before they figured out why they were acting, and then reason came afterwards. Now, to offer the olive branch here, this is why people say the ghost in the machine, because what you can measure is based off physical characteristics. So our free will may not be a physical characteristic. It could very well be an intention from something more. Again, one of the arguments Jordan Peterson discusses is how understanding seems to move from the bottom up. One of the examples he gives is when you're told something, like when somebody yells something to you and you're like, what did you say? Like legitimately, you ask, what did you say? And then all of a sudden, it's like you recall what they said. Like, how does that happen right there? You know? If it was just, what was that? No. If it was just like senses, computing, and then it comes out, well, how are you missing that? And then where does it go? Like, where does the information go? It's like the information goes to the Lifestream. It goes to the ether. And then you have access to the ether and then you pull it out, you know? I know it's getting like real out there, but if you think about it, like Plato, he believed all learning was recollection because knowledge, like objective knowledge, isn't found on this plane. So objective knowledge is like learned behavior. So it's almost like you have access to this place that exists beyond the material world. And he also believed that that's where morality exists, by the way. So like when I make a moral decision, I'm not making one from the material world. I'm tapping into something beyond the material world and I'm making a decision there. So it's very Platonic as well. I mean, that's not even getting into like the unification principle that goes along with it, you know? There was an excellent discussion with, what is his name? That famous atheist, Sam Harris. And Sam Harris was talking about his book, The Moral Landscape. Great book. And he was discussing how he seeds morality in the suffering of a being, the suffering of a creature, you know? However, there's still a problem of unifying principle of morality because first of all, the suffering of a creature is a lot of the synapses that are based around the creature's brain, you know? So what they call suffering is inherently a mechanism, you know? So that's one thing. It's very anthropological. It was something Kant would warn against. Because it's almost like a byproduct, you know? If it's what hurts me, is that always what's moral? I mean, like when I work out, for example. When I work out, like I'm hurting my body, but I'm hurting my body with an intention that in the future it'll be worth it, you know? I'll be much more healthier, I'll be much more alert. I can do the right things. So that's one aspect. There is this aspect like I need to suffer now in order to be stronger in the future. But the other one was, how can we even talk about a unifying principle of a good in such a limited way? Like, how would I put like the virtues all together? What unifies the virtues under the umbrella of the good, you know? in such a way, you know? I'm gonna have to reread that. I'm sure he gives a good argument for it, you know? So I'm gonna have to reread that. Yeah, we are going to barely get anywhere in as far as the story moving forward. But I am uncovering the fog of war, right? Oh, the fog of the map, yeah? Thorin's card shop. Okay, I actually want to go there. How do I set that? Drop pin. Yes, I want to go there. Give me all the cards. All of this blessing, all of this, all the stuff that I'm gathering, I'll be able to make one potion. I don't remember if I've got any gil. Can't jump down from there. Oh, man, I have to actually jump all the way down. Yeah, in this channel, you're going to hear Plato, Kant, Jordan Peterson. You're gonna hear Hume. You're gonna hear Nietzsche. You're gonna hear Confucius. You're gonna hear Lao Tzu. Maybe even a little bit of Buddhism as well. Hoo-yah!
Here we go. Take the lead.
So, give me unbridled strength first. So Omni Strike is there, right? And then dive kick. Oh, but I missed. She's so much fun. Oh, so I did check this place, but the door was locked. Ugh. All I needed to do was, like, read where I was. Oh well. So many things on my mind. Shout about to current position. Wish I could go there. Wait. That's saying it's my destination. Show relative current. No, we know we can't go back to calm. Come on. Whoops, wrong one. Oh, there we go. Alright. Yeah, for those who don't know, my favorite philosopher is Plato, followed very closely by René Descartes. My academic interests really have a lot to do. I mean, René Descartes was one of my favorites. He basically took, like, science or the scientific method as far as he could, relying on pure senses. And where he ended up was like solipsism, much like Avicenna. For those who like this Islamic mysticism, like Avicenna went the same way, where he was able to just fall into just pure hyperbolic doubt, you know. But for René Descartes, what brought back it's kind of my academic interest, but you know, if somebody steals it, they steal it, just because I'm an open book, even by my own detriment. What brought back knowledge for Descartes, he had to bring God back first. Then he was able to bring back he was able to bring back confidence in that what he's seeing was the real. There's a lot in there.
Might want to hole up at the old dock out by the swamp. I'd wager Shimmer's forgotten it's even there.
Now, why is that so pivotal? Vending machines are very useful items. Because we destroy God at our own risk. I have one. But it's cheaper? Like I can buy it? Oh yeah, so one is cheaper. Okay, that's good. Wait, there's another one. The cushion. Oh, sorry. But the reason why Plato outdoes Descartes is because the Platonic dialogues, it's just unlimited knowledge that I pull from it. I love the Republic, and I have the privilege of having to read the Republic like once a year, just because of the way I teach. I often find myself like reading through it again. And every time I read through it, I gain something new. Every time. Huh. Interesting. Guess we'll do that first. Alright, who's next? Tifa. Synchro with Synchro Cyclone. Okay. Giving us one there. Increased damage. That's what we'll do first. Writing everyone's story, yeah. Oh man. You can do this though. Oh, interesting. Yep. Red 13. Did you call him Red X as well? Or did you call him Red 13?
Red X.
Yeah. Yeah. I got a good one. She also called him Red X.
This stuff here ain't feed for the animals.
So in the grasslands, it looks like there's 1 out of 3 that play this game, but I don't see them. Where are these card sharks? Oh, really? Is that really the destination? Yep, the abandoned dock. Whoa. That is a ways away, but... Okay. Well, I do want to explore as well. I didn't think I could unlock this side. Well, too late now. Well, let's check around here, though, before I leave. Oop. Any I want to play a game? How about a magic trick? So, the game that they have in this, the card game, Queen's Gambit, it's a lot like, it's an amalgamation of like chess with Triple Triad. Is that the name? Triple Triad. That's funny. So I was just talking about that, wasn't I? Like when we were talking about it and the game came up, I even played the music, right? And I had no idea the name. I had no idea. I was trying to pull it out. Couldn't remember it for the life of me. Talked to my wife about it. Song playing in my head. And I remember the name. She didn't say anything. But I remember. Where does that come from? What ethereal world am I pulling this answer from? Because it's not in my brain. Maybe it's in the recesses of my brain, and I only have access to it with, I don't know, a certain locking key. Maybe my wife has the keys to that lock, or I look at her and it unlocks that particular door. I don't know, man. But where does it come from? Anyway, yeah, you love Triple Triad. Why?
It's amazing. There's so many layers to it. You need to know the combinations and the card's elements, and the pictures are really fun too.
The pictures are really fun. And it was such a little simple game. And all it did was that little animation, right? Where boom, it like bumped and then something, and then like they faded or something. I'm thinking of something else.
You might be right. You and I are different creatures. I don't remember things based on music and animation.
Yeah, for me, it is music, everyone. I am very much the long-term synapses in my brain require auditory, which is like, you would imagine like, well, you're a visual because you read a lot. I listen to lectures way more than I read books. It is a problem, I will admit. I should be reading way more often as an academic, but I listen to lectures a lot more because I remember audio more than I remember what I see. So she's not wrong. So this one is kind of a combination. It does have that element where it's like it is facing a certain way, but you're on almost like a chessboard, like a tri-lane chessboard, and you are trying to have the most points, but there is also like the person that you put down adds, they level up the areas. So it's like when it pops up, if I actually can play somebody, I'll be able to show you. But it's actually a lot more complex, and I don't know if it's to its advantage. You know, it might be more complex to a disadvantage, because I still don't know how I secure certain positioning. It's almost like I feel like they can take the positioning just based on, hello, bunny, just based on where they are at that moment. I don't know. Or turns. It's like they throw it down first so they get the position. I'm like, I really hope it's not that. Although, I swear they stole my position that one time. In the tutorial where I lost. Hour and 38 minutes already, and I really haven't gone far. Ooh, I see bad guys on the horizon. Yes. Let's go. To assess an enemy to reveal its element. Okay. Wow. Well, can't do that now. I don't have the... Ooh. There we go. That's what I want. Oh, get down? Wow, that's where the terrain gets into trouble.
Keep it together.
So I still can't do it. I don't understand these synergy abilities. I don't understand what needs to power up. I'm going to let her get to max. Okay, she's max right now. And I still can't do the synergy abilities. I'm going to have to read that. Anyway, unbridled strength. Can't do synergy abilities. I know somebody watching is like, come on, man, they said to do this. Staggered. Okay, so yeah, that's for the summons when that bar comes out. Yeah, okay, I see the summon. Might as well assess. And then Braver. Cool.
Take him down.
Bum, 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 ba-dum. Sucks that the terrain was getting in the way, though, when I got into that battle. That seems like it might be a problem in the long run. Alright. Command menu. Shortcuts. Shortcuts to command. Terrain action. Alright, there's a bridge over here too. Oh, interesting. I can climb up over here? Man. We'll call this a semi-open world. I mean, it's not like Elden Ring open, you know? So, okay. Legitimately could have come this way from the beginning, so. Let's climb back down. Nobody's gonna watch this one. Like, I barely went anywhere. Oh, man. Okay, let's see. Hopefully you folks are here for the philosophical dialogue. And not my video game prowess, because you'll be sorely, sorely disappointed. Although I am semi-competent in fighting games. Wow, look at this stack. Yes, I did. I do that often. Well, my side quest just... can I break that? No? Yeah, my side questing actually bared fruit this time. That's got to be the Lifestream. Yeah. So, fighting games. Fighting games, you'll find a little bit more competence, you know? I went to EVO, the first time I ever went to EVO, World Tournament. And everybody who I talked to, they were like, man, don't worry. If you go to EVO, don't worry if you go 0-2, man. It's 0-2 means like I lost the first two, right? I lost the first one, putting me in losers. And then I lost the second one, and I'm eliminated, right? So they were like, you know, don't worry if that happens. It happens to the best of us. Not only did I not go 0-2, I actually made it to the second day, the first time I ever fought. And I was in Dragon Ball FighterZ. I was so happy I did that well. So I have some competence when it comes to fighting games. But what's interesting is I was just having a discussion with like my local FGC friends, and we were talking about the barriers in fighting games. And one of the barriers in fighting games is one of the fighting games barriers is the legacy. And it's so interesting because it actually is pretty much the same conversation I was having with you folks yesterday about history and kind of the weight of history. So fighting games, Street Fighter does a good job of changing every single iteration. Like Third Strike to Street Fighter VI, two completely different games, you know? Now, there are some things that move along. You know, there are certain skills that do. Oh wait, what is that? There are certain skills that are like cross-discipline is the best way I can put it. It's like their use. They are used in like every fighting game. Footsies is one of them. Knowing how far I am away from an opponent before I hit a button, you know. That word is eluding me right now. But there are few things. I timed that well enough. There are a few things that move along. That was sick. See how battles just get in the way. Wait, I want it to be Tifa. Unbridled strength to Omni Strike to dive kick. So there are skills that you can develop in one game that actually work in another game, that will actually work down the line in the other games as well. All right. Ooh, Chocobo stop. All right. That's where I need the cushion for. There's Loveless. No. There's the Loveless poster. However, there are some fighting games where they do not change the program enough. One of the biggest fighting games that suffers from this issue is Tekken. So Tekken is such a legacy game that the people who have been on top for almost like 10 plus years, you know? It was the Koreans that gave us the Korean backdash. And the different iterations of Tekken just aren't different enough to bring new players up to where the legacy fighters are, you know? And Tekken, it's almost like you need a PhD in order to compete in the damn game. So we were having this discussion. I was like, well, does that mean like fighting games? We all know fighting games is one of the most difficult games to get into. During the TwitchCon, where there was different Twitch players where we're fighting in this game, it was like they were even like, this is insane. This is the most difficult game I've ever played, you know? Unbridled strength into Omni Strike into Focused Strike. Now, what I was talking to one of my friends, I was like, well, wait a minute. Does that mean, like, nowadays, since a lot of people want the quick fix and don't really want to put a lot of work into something, does that mean, like, fighting games will eventually fall by the wayside? Like, are their days numbered? And, you know, he replied like, well, not really, because at least the developers are listening. I was like, well, I mean, the developers are listening in some context, but think about Tekken, for example, and how the prescription hasn't changed enough. So people who have been playing, and honestly, it doesn't look like they want to change the prescription. Some of the pro players who had been in Tekken for years were actually complaining about the delay inherent to the fighting game now, and how, like, 10 years worth of punishing a certain thing didn't work anymore. And the developers were like, okay, we're working to fix that, you know? So even the developers seem to be okay with that element of the game, you know? So what does that do? Well, to bring it back to the discussion we were having the other day, if you don't change things up enough, what'll end up happening is the people who want to find success and can't find it in the game will do their best to find the success in the destruction of that game. Like, they'll find their virtue in the game's destruction, because they'll be like, sorry, this game is stupid. Not only is this game stupid, everybody who plays it is stupid, or something to that effect. Because the very foundation that would allow a game like this to exist for this long should be destroyed. It's so interesting because we were talking about that the other day when it came to like Thomas Jefferson and Benjamin Franklin and George Washington, the founding fathers. It's like we put on a pedestal the warriors of old, and the people nowadays aren't celebrated. Remember how I said that building the monuments that glorify more than their own sons? Like they love their fathers more than they love their own sons? That's absolutely what happens. And it's like, well, what are the sons and daughters supposed to do? You know? Well, what they, if you're a student of history, they seek the destruction of that place in order to get some kind of virtue, some kind of meaning, if in nothing else, in the destruction of the destruction of the society, the destructions of the institutions, you know? I've been pressing to the side. Okay, so I better throw something at him.
You can do it. Okay, let's go. There, down. This one's for you.
Like, if they're not gonna find success in the institutions, it's almost like they feel like they're left with no choice but to seek the institution's collapse, if nothing else than to find success or meaning, you know? And just for the record, I am an anti-deconstructionalist. I believe the institutions are here for a reason. That's funny because G.K. Chesterton, he wrote he wrote a hypothetical situation where you had like a modern individual and an intellectual individual come across a fence. This is G.K. Chesterton's fence, for those who want to know. And the modernist looked at the fence and is like, I have no idea why this fence is here right here. It should be destroyed. And the intellectual is like, until you can tell me the purpose for its creation, I will not let you destroy it. That's the intellectual take against modernity, because modernity is like, I don't see the reason for its existence, so I will destroy it, because I'm going to find virtue in the fact that I destroyed something that was just taking up space. But the intellectual is like, until you can tell me the reason for its existence, I will not let you destroy it. It could be doing something of which you don't. First of all, the egoism in that statement, like, I don't understand it, and I am the bearer of all knowledge. Therefore, it should be destroyed. If I can't figure out why this thing is here, it shall be destroyed. The egoism in that statement right there alone. But yeah, the intellectual is like, tell me the reason for its existence, which is just so profound. Go and find out why. People attack the foundation of America, and they state it's just a bunch of white slave owners, right? Well, tell me why. Find out why they fought for its freedom. Tell me why. Tell me how America has influenced the world, you know? And when you can prove to me that you've done the research to know, not the one-sided research, but the research to know, then we could talk about its destruction. So this is the one that they wanted me to buy, wasn't it? Yup. Proficiency. Stagger an enemy. I'm not proficient yet, I think. Exploit an enemy's weaknesses. I don't know what that thing up there means. So much I would have to learn on the side. But we got to the next point.
No sign of Shinra.
Yeah.
Looks like an old Republic landing.
Could borrow a boat, make our way across. Then, head on through the mines and keep going till we hit Junon.
Sure. Why not?
You trust these rotting hulks?
It could.
Let's not.
Then maybe we swim it.
Not with that arm
This
cannon,
swamp
man.
is home to the deadly Midgard Sormer. Beware.
Ah,
But
there
even
we
if you're
go.
slow, you can rent a chocobo. We'll see you safely past being nothing if not fast.
So just give Bill the word, and he'll pick you out. A bird.
Well, can we rent some birds?
Can we?
No, let's go fight the serpent.
Fine.
I legitimately fought the serpent. I didn't use the chocobo to run across. Can you?
Chocobo's first, remember?
I can't cross the swamp, but if I touch the water, does he come out? Like you did in the original game? And then we all die? Yeah, like I did in the original game? Come on, all. Like, I legitimately am looking for him in the water, like in the original game. Aw, they're all like, just grab the chocobo. Oh, come on. Where's my autonomy, game? Let me die to this big thing like I did in the original game. Let me relive that. Bump, 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 ba-na-ba-na-ba-na-ba, bump, 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 ba-na-na-na.
What happened to getting chocobos?
Man, you're a whiny bunch.
Shouldn't swim this far.
At least they all take turns complaining. Democracy rule, you know? Alright, so I need to go back. Bill's Ranch. The Chocobo Ranch. Everybody remembers that, alright? Now, you know they're going to have to do the dance, right? They have to do the dance. I love the themes they play with in this game. I love how it's a remake, but not a remake because of Sephiroth. I should be able to transmute some things by now, right? Obviously a lot of potions, a lot of antidotes, smelling salts. Interesting. Don't even know what they do. Echo Mist. And a Phoenix Down. Beast Talon, Noah. Get some more Mist Seeds and I'll be able to put together a Mist Potion. Okay. Oh, that did not look like I had a lot of life there. Now I was experienced. No, my life is good. I was looking at something else.
You asked for it.
Get ready. Take the lead.
Here goes.
Oh, just when I was about to do that.
You've got this. All set. Go on. Bring it.
Some enemies will occasionally bind your party member. So I have to go to another character and then. Ooh.
Now you lead
A materia world. That's a great trophy. Are you a mama material girl?
I was gonna say yes, but you said material and not materia.
I didn't think you were gonna say yes because that would be I was gonna say Luffy. No, what's her name? Yuffie. Yuffie is a materia girl, and you can't stand her.
All right, don't overdo it.
I'll show you what I can do.
Yeah.
Can you take over for me? It's over. Come on. Get him.
Is that it?
You sure you want to fight?
No holdings on you.
I'm coming. One more. Sorry about it. It's your turn. I got this. Bring it. Ha. Gotcha. Finish him off. Ha. Okay. I think I'm all warmed up.
We'll probably head to the Chocobo Ranch, and then we'll end it after there.
You're dead. Deal with that.
I'll show you what I can do. You can do it. This one's for you. Go on. Moving on then.
Alright, we are at the Chocobo Ranch. Boom, 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 boom. Chocobo
Well,
Billy.
well. If it ain't my favorite group of hitchhikers.
Oh, fancy meeting you here.
Thanks again for the ride to Calm.
Don't mention it. It's the least I could do for two such lovely young ladies. But I do believe I neglected to introduce myself. The name's Bill, and you can count on me for a lift anytime. Anywho, what can I do you for? You in the market for some fine-feathered friends by any chance?
Are we ever? Need 'em to get through the swamplands.
Then you have come to the right place. Back in the day, we had Republic ferries to get us from A to B, but now they're nothing but driftwood, sadly. We got the next best thing, though, chocobos. To them, a bottomless bog's no worse than a kiddie pool. Now, ladies, you're probably wondering, what gives these birds the power to glide across swamps with ease?
Sure, we were wondering that.
Would you believe that their fluffy feathers give them the buoyancy to float, while their limber legs can outrun a motorboat? Not even the dreaded Midgard Sormer, one of the fastest fiends around, can keep up with them.
Wow.
But you don't need convincing. You just need pointing to a hard-working chocobo. Nature's two-legged limousine.
So, can we rent some?
Sure can. My grandson Billy's in the stable over yonder. He'll help you out.
Ah, Chocobo breeding. That's gonna happen in this game. That's cool. I remember seeing that.
When you get there, I'm gonna take the control.
You have to beat the first game before you're allowed here. I know. Gold saucer racing. Oh man, I am in. I am in. My poor audience who comes here for philosophy first and the game second. They're going to be like, oh, he's still on the golden saucer. I promise I'll do a lot of that off stream. They want to see me react to the game itself.
You should report it though, just in case there's
Right, of course. Hey, Billy.
Howdy! Saw the sign.
It's like you heard me.
Chocobos to cross the swamp.
Sorry, Pops, but you're out of luck.
Pops?
Got no more birds. Last one went this morning.
What are all these around you?
These are spoken for. That or they're not fit for riding.
Oh, they are cute in this one. They did really well.
But I can see you're in a bind, so I'll bump you up the list. For a price, of course.
Which is?
10 grand each.
Whoa.
The thing is, we don't have that kind of money. Or any, really.
Well, there is one other option. Only cost you $1,000. Is what a scoundrel might say. But I wouldn't dream of distressing y'all further. Just so happens one of our birds ran off the other day. Wild thing, but still a fine chocobo. If you can manage to find and catch him, then he's yours. Free of charge.
You sure?
Yeah, why not? Name's Pico. The hardest-headed bird you'll ever meet. By far. And he's the spitting image of Pops here. You can start by looking for his tracks. Find those, and you're sure to find the feet that made him. Now, wild chocobos can be a bit skittish.
To 11-year-olds, I look
But if you
huge.
play it cool and creep up real quiet-like, you'll wrinkle him.
Captain
no problem.
Hook.
I think we can do that. Thanks.
And one last thing. This info comes free of charge, provided you promise to stop by our shop. Speak to Chloe back there. She'll sell you whatever you need.
We need geisha greens.
Kid's a born businessman.
If y'all can catch our runaway and get his butt back here, riding and rearing lessons are on me.
That's nice. It did so well with that animation. Timeless Rod. As I just steal a bunch of stuff from her. Let's talk to her first.
Sorry about
This is
my
Chrono
brother.
Trigger. I'll be going to jail.
All he thinks about is money. He's just doing his job. We understand, I suppose, but he's been a real pain about it ever since our parents left. Say, are you guys from Midgard? Yeah, the Undercity. Then do you happen to know Chocobo Sam? Not very well, but yeah, I guess we do. Where is he?
Probably the Sector 6 slums. He's a big deal in Walt.
Why do you ask? I was thinking about reaching out. It's his fault Mom and Dad are gone, so...
Chloe, that's none of these good folks' business.
But they could help.
Don't tell anyone what she told you. Sam's one of the biggest names in the business. If he gets wind of that story, our ranch is done for.
Don't worry, your secret's safe with us. I promise. Oh, take these greens. You can give them to Pico when you find him. They were always his favorite treat, you see. Maybe he'll come back once he's had a
Kashal
taste.
greens.
Right. Should probably sell you stuff, huh?
Yeah, the younger me is
If I don't at least
ill
try,
reading
you should
is
spend a
still
few.
here.
No pressure, but if anything catches your eye. Also,
Hence Red
if
X.
you have any golden plumes on you, I can exchange them for Chocobo gear. So be sure to hand them over if you do.
Okay. Ah, okay. That's cool. Being able to customize your Chocobo is a nice touch. Nice touch. Very Final Fantasy 14 of them. Another Moogle medal.
All right, Pico. Where'd you run off to?
You mean Pico?
Let's try looking for some tracks.
Okay. It's not going to be inside the farm, right? It'll be outside the farm. But is it really like... Well, no. Not that far, right? Definitely not that far. Whatever that is right there. So... Alright, let's go outside. And let's find some tracks. Oh, that's sick. What is that? Can't do anything about it. Seemed really out of place, you know? Like simple land like this. But that had like the air of Rocket Town. Those who know. Rocket Town. Alright. Follow the Chocobo tracks, okay? Yeah. Don't remember seeing them on the floor. Oh, there we go. Luckily, he followed the road.
Bingo.
The gold feathers are a nice touch, by the way.
Yeah! Come on, y'all. Let's go bag us a Chocobo.
Keep it down. When you're on the hunt, you don't want to startle your prey.
Prey? You know we're not here to kill him, right?
No, we have to approach it like that. Oh, that Chocobo spotted me. Ah, okay, okay. Let's try that again. There we go. Well, hello, Chocobo. We friends now? Cashal Green. Go ahead, little Chocobo.
Aw, isn't he just the cutest?
They are cute. They did a good job. Some of the other Chocobos are like real ugly looking.
You know, they are kind of similar. Totally.
What does he want now?
Do you think maybe he's still hungry?
Sorry, that's all the food we had.
But you know where there's more? Bill's place.
Back to the ranch it is then.
Come on.
I like to ride my Chocobo all day. Pronto. Prompto. I didn't really finish that game, but my daughter loved Final Fantasy 15, or as I like to call it, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Final Fantasy.
There's our guy. Nothing beats a little taste of home, now does it?
Not so much as a feather out of place. Got one healthy bird here.
Enough to ride?
Sure, though I wouldn't try till he's done eating. Once he's had his fill, though, I'm sure he'll come around to the idea, if we ask him nice. Ain't that right? I'll need to prep his gear and all that, so why don't you wait outside?
Alright. Let's get the Chocobo dance. Oh, wow, you.
Hey there.
What a pleasant surprise. You do remember me, don't you?
Yeah, but for those who didn't play the first game, he'll introduce himself. Yeah, I do.
I knew you would.
That's probably battle
It was
simulation.
an absolute pleasure working with you in Midgar. Thank you again. Your invaluable intel allowed me to create so much materia. Detecting internal monologue. The hell's this weirdo doing here? I was created by Professor Hojo, you know. Though your thoughts could be read by any cyborg. But, to answer your question, I took a page out of your book and skipped town. Now, the whole world's my laboratory. Speaking of which, I have a favor to ask, if it's not too much trouble.
You need more battle intel.
That's the Cloud I know. Always eager to get on with it. But yes, though, I'd like you to activate some Remna Wave towers first. They were originally constructed by the Republic of Junon, but were claimed by Shinra after the war. Since which time they've sat idle and untouched, just waiting for someone to put them to good use. The more towers you activate around the world, the more my processing power will grow. As will the area I can survey. I might even be able to construct a communications network independent of Shinra. How does that sound? You'd not only be helping me, but yourselves as well.
If we find any, we'll turn them on.
Wonderful. I thought you might say something like that. Let's get started then. See that tower? That's your first target. And this will activate it.
So many little mini games in this game.
As the tower is close by, allow me to accompany you.
What does that smell? What you eating?
Don't forget your watch.
Is it tacos?
Yes.
Awesome. Yeah, I had tacos as well.
Here we are.
Communication array. I wonder if that's like if I split up my team, if we'll be able to work in like 2 independent locations. That'd be pretty cool. Although we would need one more person to make it. Oh, I know, Kate Sith. Yeah, I don't think they give us. I don't think they give us Vincent in this one, or Sid. They should give us Yuffie, because she was in the other one. Oh wow. I have to go back there. Well, that's interesting.
After careful consideration, I have devised a new name for this type of research. I call it World Intel.
New materia. create new combat simulations, and embark on other scientific endeavors. Reactivate the Remna Wave Tower you encounter and help Chadley deepen your understanding of this world.
I hope you'll assist me in gathering
It's like
relevant
Assassin's
data by completing
Creed,
various tasks on your travels.
opening up
In
the
return,
different places.
I will use the information you provide to develop new materia.
Quid pro quo.
To summarize, I want us to become research partners. But before that, is there anything you would like to ask?
What is the specific
Which
intel
particular
related
task would
tasks?
you like to learn about?
Combat assignments, crystal analysis. Wow.
Ah, yes. I was hoping you would ask.
Salvaging.
I detected some strange energy signals earlier. My current theory is that they emanate from the remnants of ancient artifacts.
Okay.
But until we investigate, there's simply no telling what the sources might be. And since we have yet to identify them, I have taken the liberty of naming these objects proto-relics.
Proto-relics.
A rather endearing name, if I may say so. At any rate, I would be grateful if you could investigate said curiosities and ultimately recover them for study. If you still have questions about world intel, please ask away.
Nah, I think we're good. Oh, Lifespring surveys?
Simply put, life springs are formed when the Lifestream breaches the planet's surface. To Shinra, the volume of Mako that can be extracted from these springs is insignificant, certainly not worth the expense. But to us, they are a veritable font of knowledge. In order to tap
Almost
these
like
precious reserves,
literally.
however, you will first need to find them.
Yeah.
If you still have questions about world intel, please ask away.
You know, one thing that's unfortunate is we know that this can only go so far. Like, they're not going to finish it. Like, how
In
far,
that case, I see no reason not to begin at
how
once.
long are we going to wait
With
for
your
the
activation
last
of this
one?
tower,
Or even if the
my
next one
analysis
will
of
be the
grassland
last one,
has
you know?
already yielded some data. Though hardly substantial, it is
I am
enough for
getting
me to create
old.
materia. Which of these would you like?
Autocast might be pretty nice. I don't own any of these. Fire and ice? Oh, that's pretty cool. Damn. I mean, I guess the autocast would be good for those people who are standing on the benches.
I wish you all the best in the long journey that lies ahead of you. And remember, you're not in this alone. Should you require assistance, just ask.
Defeating new fiends. Okay. All right. That's where we will end today. So thank you all who stuck with me all the way through this. This is going to be an interesting game because I'm going to have to do some like side quests on the side just because I'm very aware that I don't want to put you folks through all the myriad side quests that I want to check out. But at the same time, I don't want to miss what I just missed there. Like I missed the 2 Queen Gambit games because I wanted to move us along right there. So it's going to be interesting. I might have like the mainstay game be what is recorded, and then like side quests, I might dig into parts of possible interest or something like that. But again, thank you all for who stayed all the way through. Hit the like button and subscribe, as you know, it'll help me widen the message of philosophy, because that's really what I'm here for at the end of the day. It's philosophical investigation through great stories, you know, something as ancient as Plato himself right here. So yes, as usual though, take some time with the classics because they'll awaken that hidden dragon within all of you, and I'll see you next time.